After the war, I was in Berlin, and an extra duty we had to share was the train guard. Now, this meant that we had to go to Magdeburgh in the Russian zone, pick up about 3,000 German prisoners, and take them to Munster, about 300 miles away. Not long, you may think, especially by train, but it used to take us about a week for the return trip. There was no priority for prisoners of war on railways then. The trains were made up of 3 pack wagons, like guard vans, and the rest of them were coal trucks. The wagons that the prisoners worked in were terrible. There was no heating, and some of them died on the journey. A little later, the powers that be decided to put a small stove in each of the pack wagons, and it was a bit better. It was a mad rush for us from Magdeburgh to pick up the prisoners and get them all packed into the trucks. There's a lot of them. And then it took another long time to issue them with a loaf of bread and a tin of bully beef. And this was to last them for the 3 or 4 day journey, but it was always eaten in the first half an hour. The poor slods were starving. As well, a lot of them, in fact, probably all of them, had dysentery. So every time the train stopped on the way, a lot of them would jump out and squat by the side of the track. And we had the terrible job of pushing them back into the wagons. And that, getting it in, took ages. And we had to do it quickly because the driver never waited. When the winter got too bad, we never bothered, I have to say. We didn't bother to get them back in the wagons. The driver carried on. It was so cold, we'd just say sod 'em. We knew they wouldn't run away because they needed to get ration cards and demalt paper so they could go home.